All right, so this morning I want to talk about change. I'm explain change.
All right.
Changing for your partner. Or the reverse, feeling you could change your partner. All right? So, when I say change for your partner, okay. Say, I like to go out. I like to pump.
You like the party.
Yeah.
She come out to party
Right?
and cause a scene.
Right?
She's a tequila machine.
So say I like to go boat ride and thing, and I maybe met you on a boat ride. Okay? And then we get in the relationship and things good, and all of a sudden you don't want to go boat ride again.
Boat ride is beneath me. It's
You
unbecoming.
find whatever she was into. You find, or you should just stay home and watch TV now, or whatever.
We would go rides. honey.
Right? And you find she should change, or he should change to suit you now. So many people now trying to keep the relationship. I say, okay, maybe I don't need to go so much boat ride, and they're trying to stay home but changing and but not happy. So we're talking change right across the border this morning. And then you put conditions on people, vice versa, and people. What about women who know the man is on, but feel they are the ones who could change that man? He will change after he get married. And then vex that the man never changed after he get married. So there are many ways we could talk about change, but change in terms of relationships sometimes not the best. So that's kind of what the angles I want to take it from. When you're trying to change for somebody, but you're really not being yourself. How many times have we done that? Because, you find they're going out too much, so you decide to stay home and, you're not happy, you're watching TV, but you're
not liking the show at all.
You really don't want to stay home and watch TV. You want to go and like paprika.
So you met her jumping off of speaker boxes and splitting and doing Jenna bounces on the boat ride, right?
Days
And
ago.
you saying something. She a wifey potential, but yeah.
Yeah.
I feel I could, settle along with this young lady.
When I get with her, she's no longer going to go on ahead and go, come here, senorita, man.
Yeah, one minute, heater, man. Pass me the heater, man.
Somebody stop me. Hey, oh God.
So we're talking change this month. And how many times have we heard that, ladies? How many times have you said that to yourself? After you get married, you will change. Or you meet a man who have 4 different CMs. And you say, nah, I'm the one. And then you're wondering how I end up with a child and he going again.
You just the fifth.
That's the 50, yeah? Like what?
I take the 5th. All right, so we're talking change this morning. Welcome to Mars versus Venus. Morning, Kamisha. Give me some value.
Jaiga, Nikki, on a real. Let me tell you, I changed so much I don't even know who I am right now. I have changed so much in my life to please people. I am lost.
You are lost.
I am lost. I'm
You
trying
get
to find
lost.
myself.
Wow.
Yep,
For real.
you get lost.
Yeah. Too much changes ain't good. Oh, Joe.
Hey, Ollie, I not working today now. I go.
My brother, have you changed for the better?
The man say he
It
changed
didn't
so
sound
much.
it so. He said he can't even remember who he
He
is.
changed so much he can't remember who he is. Huh?
We
The way you say
we
Ojo
do things like
It's
that.
like you go and crawl back in the hole after. Oh, Joe. Bye.
Yeah, boy, for real.
Back in my hole.
I remember talking to a good friend of mine who wanted to pursue her degree, and the man said, hey, what are you going and do that for? That thing to do. And she and her want to go after this degree and no support and feeling, okay, I don't need it, but there's always that dying part of you. It's like if, artists want to sing and perform, and you say, you know what, shipping says that. Children need to feed. And you're doing something in real, or that's life. It's life. But many of us are loving the topic. Thank you. They were like thinking it's not a nice topic, but many people could relate to this thing called change. Neighbor says, yes, you meet me playing mass but want to change. Yes, that's a great example. You meet me playing mass. You know as a mass girl. By next year now, in a relationship, you're fine. But them things be real skimpy, boy. and you have an attitude when I went through that too. When carnival start, if attitude between you and mass, don't even ask. That's it. Do not ask me to choose between mass. That's my culture. That's in my genes, and you come in to ask me to choose between. And you meet a woman, she look beautiful, you fall in love with the whole concept of this woman, etc. And then all of a sudden, you don't want her to play mass. So a man who is pressure woman who don't.
All right. So what about if it's a situation where you want the person to change because whatever they may like is negatively affecting their life, and you say something.
Well,
but they don't want to change
side.
that.
There's that side. Again, we're talking change right across the border because obviously there's good change.
Mm-hmm.
There's good change, meaning that you say you want to push your mate and encourage them, and sometimes they may need that. They may need somebody behind them
to school.
Push them, say you could do it, go back to school. That's the kind of mate you want.
I don't want to go to school.
Somebody who will take you to that next level and push you.
You ain't making 20 when you want to come. Why are you going to school for?
Exactly. So there's good change, and then there's change that may not be the best for you, the person, because you're turning into something you're really not.
Yeah, but some people just stuck in their ways.
It come like on a Saturday morning. For all your years, your adolescent years coming up. Remember, you used to borrow your mother car thing on a Saturday. You started where she used to say, well, you drive now? And you live at your mommy tradition. You carry mommy and go market. You got a new girl now, so you swing and you pick up mommy or you go on market. Where she goes, she say, but honey, you and your mom can't just pass and check. I want to go by the hairdresser real quick. Drop man. When you pull up, show your mother come out the front seat so she could sit down. No, brother.
Yeah, so
no.
I am the woman. I'm your woman now, sir. But you are custom rolling with your mother every Saturday morning early. Just this Saturday, she decides she want to drop by the hairdresser.
I find that disrespectful.
I want to give her money to travel, boy.
What disrespectful? The mother supposed to come out and go in the back?
Yeah, I find that disrespectful, and I think that's why we losing respect.
You crazy?
What disrespectful, mommy? Coming out or sitting down?
No. Anybody asking mommy to go in the back seat is disrespectful.
Some girl want mommy go in the
back.
back.
But that is my point. We are losing respect. You have to have respect for the next generation.
Crazy.
When
It
be
has
my
some
mother,
girls standing up.
and I'm telling you,
Your mother helping pay anything in here. She need to go in the back. It's hard, girl. Telling man out there, Nikki.
I'm not saying no, but I'm telling you, check yourself when. Check yourself with that kind of mate. I'm sorry. If you don't respect your mother on that level and make her respect or make him respect your mother on that level. Of course, we could go into whole mother-in-law issues. That's not what that issue. We're not talking that. We're talking about the fact that you don't have the respect to know to sit down in the back.
Why not even going on a female who are even
That's how I feel. That's how I was brought up.
If you meditate and you thought that you could take Sharon on the front seat. Here what going on here, right?
Yeah. You just take the next car now. Just meet me there.
Yeah. Please.
I from that generation. I sorry.
Nah,
and to know it's even a discussion knows that generations and how they think now. I just saw a picture and it ties into what I just saw. I just saw a picture of an old lady on a bus holding on his strap and a young boy sitting down there. He just rock back. So it shows you that we have lost that level of respect, and it goes into relationships too. There's no way I would tell any mother to sit down in the back seat. I was not brought up like that.
Unless you want to sit down in the
Jerry
back seat.
mother, when you come, you organize her where you want to go in the front or the back. I go in the back, but you don't tell. She insists to put her mother in the back. You're looking for problems in your relationship.
You never jumped yourself by the hairdresser.
But you're looking for trouble in your relationship because any man, I am sure, if they had to choose, will choose the mother over you.
Has some man not choosing them mother.
But that's my point. That's my point. The lack of respect.
When Jesus had to talk long to he. What? What you telling me?
Who does that though?
Miss Margaret, let me let you understand something, eh? You ain't on me. When Jesus started telling Miss Margaret. Miss Margaret going, but young girl, that is why I don't know what he with you for. What he with me for?
You see, that is totally different. Only going into mother-in-law problems. If they have issues, then there are issues there.
If you're rolling with your father, your father might think and say, come now, girl, come and sit down in the front car.
You know, but
he might pull her back, but your mother.
I'm not talking about the mother-in-law who down in the
mother.
relationship. I'm talking about, as you say, it's a market run, and for you to insist that the mother go in the backseat. That's as far as I take it. I don't know the history, because yes, they have some mothers who need to let the young boys be men, and cut that umbilical cord.
Yeah, but there will be that time where time when your mother will say, "Come and sit down in the front seat," but you have to wait on. She have to wait until that time.
No.
When mommy say,
I'm sorry, I'm from the old school.
"Come, Giselle, come and sit down in the front, girl. Come and sit down next day, man." And mommy go take her back seat, but you can't.
Whatever the mother
You
is
can't demand that.
in the relationship like salt. You see, that's mother-in-law problems. Every time you and the girl going to see a movie, the mom always there. You know, of course, man had to man up and say, "No, mommy, tonight is Friday night." Da, da, da. But I'm just talking about just having that respect to tell mommy go in the back. I don't even know how to do that. How you just say that? Excuse me, how you refer to her, moms?
I don't know how to do it.
Mrs. Carter, what? How do you? And can you go in the back seat, please?
No, you just come and you fold your hands by the door.
Oh,
Giselle is coming by the door and first, yeah?
Jaiga, any woman can talk to Gemma, so?
Never, not on
Dre
this
from
planet.
over.
Not on this planet.
My mother,
Gemma.
Natty?
You're mad.
Natty?
The girl can forget how she thoughts to play she fooling arms to Gemma. That's it, it's a rap. But the world know that is a rap. Can't go around Gemma, everybody know that. Facts.
Now you meet a man and he fall in love with you. He see and he like you, everything about you, your beauty, the way you think, your attitude, you know, your mannerism and whatnot. And all you get in a relationship, and just so this man want to change and rearrange you, he ain't go worry again, you know. Because the person who he fall in love with, that is not them. Because you done change. So if you as an individual have to change, you're changing for your own good, for the betterment of yourself. And if you have a partner, means certain discussions could take place, and you know, certain things all you will do a little differently. But don't ever in this life change for nobody. It have nothing behind it. Then sometime after the change, you walk out your life and they leave you completely different to when they meet you. Don't change for a soul. It's different soul make up this planet. Everybody in the same. That to love you regardless.
That's it, love.
But in this life, always try to be the best you could be.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Oh, the world.
Yes,
Yeah.
That's it. You know, and there, I keep going back to this because I've heard it many times, you know, after he marry, he will change. Many women are under the misconception that a ring changes a man. If you surround
Or
plenty
child.
woman and da-da-da.
Or child.
Or stay out late and line plenty. Don't worry, when he get married, he go change. Or child. Perfect example. Another perfect
And for
example.
the football guys, I know real
Or
youth men who
child.
struggle with that. They know
Men
that
don't
a,
pay change
that a
for
Friday
children.
evening sweat, right? You know, you have fellas who into them thing, Nikki. The Friday evening sweat
Yeah,
now, Friday
of
evening
course.
after
That
work.
is
they'll
religion
take
for
sweat.
them.
Bam. All the time. She taking sandfly bite in Eddie Hart, you know. She sitting on my Eddie
Yep.
Hart off and only.
Yep.
Watching it sweat it. She got all the time, you know. As soon as he thinks that is soaking, she's saying, so you have to go and sweat again?
Yeah.
But girl, you meet me sweating.
Or,
So it's every Friday you had a sweat, so?
or Friday evening limes. Fellas love that. Girls too. Friday evening lime. That's something that I think everybody needs in
Drink
their
a little
life.
star with the boys.
And all of a sudden you have a problem with it. That's how you meet him in the first place, huh? And if it was cute and sex, but all of a sudden, why you have to go out every Friday? So I think both sides of relationship need to check themselves with this thing called changes.
Because growth is something that happens together. When a relationship is healthy, the two individuals grow together. They both get to that realization that, hey, here the plan. We are on our next mission. You see that Friday by Frankie's, you will get that ease
Yeah.
up. You hit Frankie's once a month because we are on a scene, right? And you started to do it that way. But when you see it started to get one-sided, where one alone want to go Frankie and the next one only want to stay home. And then every Friday evening she complaining, you went there again, you stay on the late,
Exactly.
I mean, problems.
Same problems because many of us will see
Yo.
the problems early.
Good morning again.
Morning.
And you know how much changing I had to do? I had to change down to my clothes and all.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
when my wife meet me, I was a original bacchanal, some sando. You understand? But the good thing about it is I was lucky enough to find a woman that, you know, had a good head on her shoulder and had already changed and
you know. So I was able to make that change after a while. But if you meet on a boat ride and you meet in party and thing and you reach to the next level, it is expected that some changes had to come with it, man. You know what I mean? Or you continue and have a blessed day.
For real.
Yeah.
Yeah, brother.
It's true.
Yeah, some people expect it to happen overnight too, and it ain't gonna happen overnight.
No, but again, it's maturity. Maturity is the name of the
I
game.
always say sometimes your partner is mirror what you do. So like, if it is your partner ain't really strong in that particular category, and you doing it all the time, eventually they will follow suit.
I fall trapped to that though, and I think that is what really mashed up a part of my life too. That change thing.
Yeah.
Some man was going good. I was in the market, I'm a little cat and thing, and I'm a little parlor, doing good in my barber shop. Little dread.
Yeah.
Get again.
You got that dread?
You touch it again again. You don't think there's more to life than this way?
Boring.
But I cut me yourself a bit, lock up my shop.
The boy run like a wounded dog.
Lost my good.
Dog.
You understand? Lost my good little market. I sell my Jaigas and them good. You don't think there's more to life than this?
Don't run.
You understand? I go on and give up my heart thing because why? In the pursuit of not happiness, but in the pursuit of trying to be who she think I should be. And I tell you nice things like you have so much potential.
Well, exactly.
You
You
know,
know?
You're limiting yourself.
From
man.
those days to now, would you say that you have grown?
And aren't you grateful that she was in your life to push you?
Yes, I'm grateful to a point, but when I really analyze it, all now, so I could have been selling all the block of cheese and thing and be happy.
You see? That was before after. That was before Soca started,
Yeah.
Well,
I could have been selling all the block of cheese and good and I still have a little contract with Price Man and selling them little expired things and this liking myself. But no, I mean, no, I'm saying I don't know. You don't know. I could have been hustling, but no. And it's how they used to bring it to you. Think about it. You have so much better. You are such an ambitious person. If you just apply yourself in, and I just take
That's the kind of woman that
taking chin up,
push you to where you are now.
Taking chin up, boy.
You want to be nobody don't know the Jaiga cheese cutting man.
Yeah,
No.
where are woman tell you, look at Hina. All you can do is sell block of cheese. That is all you good for.
Black cheese.
That is all you good for. You're black. Watch now. That is all you good for to sell block of cheese.
I see them on
That's all you
Instagram.
have to do for the rest of your life.
Block of cheese.
Yes, cheese.
I see
Block of
Instagram
cheese.
name.
Block of cheese _1.
You think cheesy. You just a cheesy man.
Hey, all don't kill me now.
You should be
Yes, man, and
grateful.
I believe in change. Change is very good. You can't live one way all the time. Look, yesterday I said rest and reflect, but I changed my mind. I have to go to work because I supported them, but I also have to support myself.
but
Change is
But
good. You and a girl are walking out, change. She got next one. You know what you're looking for. You're looking for goodness all the time. Ojo.
But you say yesterday,
Yeah,
I
but
sit down home and I say, boy, rest and relaxation. But I changed my mind because I started study and with them, but I have to work and make that money. He gone myself. Hey, but now, boy, I'm changing something that, but you see, Nikki, the thing is sometimes you sit back and the biggest question you ask yourself is, was that change worth it? Sometimes you make some changes in your life and you go back.
course.
When you have your rest and relaxation day, rest and reflection. Every human being rest and reflect. It mightn't be today. There's a point in every man and woman's life when you sit back with yourself.
Just go, what I really doing,
Yes.
boy?
Why?
What I in, boy? This making sense? Why doing it my life, boy?
Goody. Pull back, brother.
What you say?
Pull back, brother.
I would
Pull
try right now.
back, brother. Pull back. Pull back, my brother. Yeah, this is not the time and place, brother. Pull back. We'll talk after. Hey. Hey, all right. We go talk after the show, brother. They all right, buddy. All right.
Yeah. Everybody's go through that in
Wake
relationship.
up to every morning, boy.
Every month, for the rest of my life, but but I'm married. You don't think I ask myself that? What I really doing, boy? I really go and say I do to one man for the rest of my life, boy. 18 years after, what I really doing, boy? You just ask yourself that at some point, right?
There's real
Morning to the team, Nikki Love,
Morning.
Jaiga, Rudy, Raw. Let me give you a live example of how dangerous this change thing is. I have two friends who were married, their marriage ended now. And it's because of that same trying to change thing. When she met him, he was deep in the church. As a matter of fact, some years before they met, he was up on the monk training for the priesthood. Decided to take another path in life because the way the church is, you can't be a father and husband and a priest. So decided to choose the father and husband route. He met her in mass. Father was a mass man, creating mass. Plus she used to be all over the place. She like cards, she like all fours and thing all over the place, playing all fours. By own personal admission, sometime she and a girlfriend in a room full of men, and they are the only two all fours women, and beating men too. They that good. Started to suppress herself, only going to church and church related things and choir practice and singing group and different things. And next thing is because problems and it's over. So that changing for the better, as people describe it, what exactly does that mean? You have to really want to change. And you cannot change as much as the guy just said, that you change so much you don't remember who you are.
Well, the church doesn't allow deacons. Deacons could have wife and children and things. If you don't want to become a
I
priest
think
somebody.
when they talk about change, and I really said as a broad statement, but relationships change too. Okay, so you and I kind of met on the same level. Just use a couple, maybe just came out to one come out to Costa, you want to come out to UAE. They have plans, they be going out, they tell themselves this is the person for them, and you can kind of see yourself going down the road together and kind of grow it, right? That is a perfect relationship when you all are growing at the same time, etc., going through your bumps, etc.,
supporting each other.
But for a relationship like that to work, he said it best, you really have to want the relationship to work. You really have to want to commit to change, meaning that if this is affecting the relationship and I really want this relationship to work, then you know what, maybe let's see how we can change it up to make sure that everyone's happy. Is work. Marriage and long-term relationships are work. You have to give up, there are times you have to give up piece of you, sacrifice piece of you for the relationship, and vice versa, because to make this thing work, it's not easy being with a human being for how much years, spending your life in their face every single day, dealing with issues and problems and economics, and it's work.
I always say it's harder to keep the attention of one woman than the attention of several, you know. Tell her,
you a little deep.
Yeah, tell her.
Yeah.
I'm coming to the mic a little bit. Yeah, tell her. It's very hard.
Can you say that again,
and I like
Brody?
a challenge. It's harder to keep the attention of one woman than several. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like the challenge.
I like how your man up there, boy. I mean, it makes no sense if a young couple and you say like the guy has a future in mind, he's trying to save, he wants that down payment for the house, he has vision, he has plan, and then maybe his wife she don't scare, she always just swiping the credit card, she living her life,
and he living the tech you life. He creating his and securing his future.
Exactly.
He's living to tech you. Right.
And somebody is growing and someone is not catching up. You will have problems in those kind of relationships. You will have if only one person is growing faster than the other. If that makes sense.
You see, if every single change that you're making is because of that person, you're doing it just because you want to please them, you're going to fall into a problem.
Oh yeah, you must want to make this work.
You
must want to do this.
Like you never had brethren so really coming up. We had a brethren like that. From the time he got a new bird, everything is just started to move weird.
Yeah.
Certain fellas have votes amongst brethren. About brotherhood have like a vibe.
I know.
Certain thing we just do now. Then all of a sudden, boo boo. Yeah. Nah,
yeah. The change starts.
But that's when it starts. From the time he started telling her, and then every time she around the line, she sour. You know, I can't wait. Every time she around the line, she sour. She always not feeling well.
Yeah.
Always have a rag, coughing, coof, because she
like
not...
when they go in Panorama for years, the last 10 years, that's the crew, and all of a sudden he's saying, I can't make it, you know.
She come one pan, and she find it hot.
Complaining.
She complaining. When the payload that we've been cooking for years, she want that. She want you to leave the Savannah to go KFC Independence Square to buy her 2 chicken to bring back for she. Because she can't eat the payload that all are eating here. You see that?
No.
You see that? All right. I know about them things. I experience that.
Please don't change me. Please don't change me. I can't change no more.
It's today the St. John's
I
Day.
can't change no more.
I know what they're doing, boy.
We have to love our listeners, you know.
Watch that. Don't let talk about that good thing. Now what's happening to me, you know? I saw a man do so hard, my girl. She started grow more than me. Want me do different thing and what she like, girl, go for me, you know? What? About 6 months after a home girl leave, yes? It fast. It is happen fast.
Trying to say this happen fastest.
Yeah, Rudy, I hear you with the Deacon Thing, but that Deacon Thing is a more recent thing. I talking
Yeah.
more than 10, 15 years ago. That Deacon Thing was created for that same reason, because there are many good men who will make good priests but want to be fathers and husbands. But at the time, this guy I'm talking about, that Deacon Thing was not an option.
His voice sounded very familiar. Like I know him. Morning, Junior. How's Florida doing this morning?
Morning, Ujo Will. Well, in my story, I had made a change and eventually it didn't work out still nonetheless. But today, I am still very happy with the person I had become. You know, I learned to mix the both then. So, don't change for the individual, but change is good overall.
It is.
Because here what happened to her, when only argue, they go throw it back in your face, huh?
But I stopped wearing fishnet stockings for you. It's you I stopped wearing for.
Oh, you stop wearing for me. You do that for yourself.
Nah, they said from the time they started shooting
I put my pink fishnet stockings just for you.
Good morning, grateful. Guys. Now, this is happening here. I changed so much until I changed my mind, and I changing for nobody. You meet me one way, you have to love me that way. You understand? Now you know a vice. I like my vice. So where you come with me for if you know you can't handle the place? Leave me alone.
Tanti.
I'm not changing. I stay sweet and hot just so. Ojo to the room.
You go, girl. I feel like I need a cigarette after that.
65, 40, 100, 1,000, 100.
Now, Miguel, I understand what you're saying, but no, you see that one there?
Well,
but sometimes
you see that kind of free spirit. Now you can't put that in a box.
Yeah, but
I want no pun intended.
Yeah, but also Nikki, you see that whole headstrong, headfast mentality too is something that you really have to take stock on, because you could go into something with them same attitudes, but you see me, nobody can change me. This who I is, they love me so, they love my tall, and you could end up minding cat. Be very careful. You could end up with 3-4 cats. And it's only cat food. You only buy Purina cat. Oh, damn. All you watch that, I want to know. See that attitude there, but this is, you have to take me where I am. Don't take me at all. You could end up with cat and making doily. Watch what you're doing. No, it happens. Because even with men too, you know. Men are this way, but the man that take me so, me good, and fellas like that, if you ever notice, the men like that, there's always be around crew who have girls and happy and thing.
No, but
me and all the feel all the fellas, my girls, I don't know, no girl can hold me down. Say if I feel to wake up in the morning and make a move, I make it a move. You understand?
But they home alone.
Them always home by themselves.
Making pillow for themselves.
Them always make that what they doing, boy. All they checking me to watch it
for themselves and they put it up on Instagram. Look, Bachelor Life.
Sit down and watch your Jones in your room.
You only passing and check me to watch the game, and then they go nada and well, I can't come to show because you know me and how she never make. Then all the fellas give up all yourself for them girl and them, boy. All the fellas give up all yourself, boy. But you always home.
No, but think about it. Think about it. I saw it with my mom's generation. The men who were cool and they had a wife and the bachelor till they dead, they get older. Then they start to look for a wife who want to take care of the prostate.
Too late. You understand?
Late.
To go and full prescription and all kind of thing. Pain.
Ojo, I had a girlfriend tell me cut my cornrow hairstyle or else we finish. I cut it and she telling me, we done. I say, hell no. We go done when my hair grow back. That's like 10 years ago. We still together and my hair in cornrows.
The damn right. You can't tell me cut me and I cut my hair, leave me still. Nah, you're right.
She's a real dog, boy.
She's a dog. You tell me cut my thing, I cut my thing.
Changes are must. Changes are must in life. I mean, you meet somebody, you might meet them one way. You can't like everything about somebody. You understand? I believe in that's your spouse or whatever. You have to mold somebody into the person you want to be with. And not just the person there. I ain't saying to change everything because you can't change everything about somebody. You have to compromise somewhere along the line. As you see me vice versa, them we can't change everything about you. You understand? But you have to know where you can live with from where you can't live with. And the next thing is change. How to come before marriage. A lot of people are married and expecting to change. It don't work so. If you don't change before marriage, don't expect it to change after marriage or don't marry at all. If you can't deal.
Yeah, thank you, bro. Let me just hear Lily.
What is Jaiga problem and strong women with this cat story? Jaiga strong women are not going to all end up with cats. I am a strong woman. As a matter of fact, I hate cats. And the dogs don't stop coming around. And have you know that? And the next thing is, I don't want nobody change for me. Let me see your pedigree and decide if I want to take it or if I want to leave it. Because me, is take it as you get it or leave it right where you find it.
All right. Okay, guys. Remember, I told you change was a broad umbrella this morning.
We'll be back.